Okay, so this is kind of weird, right? I'm not in my natural habitat. Don't worry. Just for a video, maybe two, probably just one though. So I am currently at my parents' house for the weekend, and I am particularly in my sister's room. She moved out, so that's where I'm at. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about some news that I saw. Um, I will be going live. I need to probably say this. I'll start off by saying this. I will be going live after the Lakers game, maybe during the Lakers game because it's super late. But I'll be back at my place or whatnot, so we'll be good to go. But I did want to talk about this beforehand because I saw quite a few people talking about it that were Spurs fans. So this right here. Ooh, excuse me. Hopefully my mic isn't too bad. It's been a while since I've. Hold on, is this? Should I do it like this? Oh, the gains are pretty high on this. Hold on, maybe I should. I don't know. I don't know what you guys can hear. But I came across this. So Trae Young could potentially be a trade target for multiple teams this summer. And I saw some Spurs fans saying, man, wouldn't it be funny? Like, wouldn't it be hilarious if our boy Brian Wright, he is just using 4D chess. He is just playing 4D chess while everyone else is playing tic-tac-toe. And he actually got De'Aaron Fox just so he can make the move to get Trae Young. So first and foremost, let me start off by saying this, or asking this. Would you go after Trae Young at this point? Let the comment section do what you think. Actually, you can just pause it. Pause it and then put that in the comments. Let me tell you why I don't like this, okay, at this point. So one of the biggest things about the San Antonio Spurs that we've been hearing a lot of, and we've been seeing it full display, is that the Spurs, the way that they run their organization, is very honest. At least more honest than a lot of teams, right? I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh, we're the best of the best and we're awesome and we're greater than everybody. Well, I do think that we're awesome. I don't think we're greater than everybody. Well, actually, I do think we're greater than everybody. I don't know why I said all that. I don't know why I went on that small little soliloquy there. But I will say this: at the end of the day, the Spurs are a business, so it's not like they are going to hold on to players just because that was the deal initially. Not necessarily, but they will do it for better for worse to an extent. Like you could look at Chris Paul's situation, still starting. Don't think he should start. Just being honest. No hate against him. Obviously, we all love our boy Chris Paul. But at the end of the day, it didn't make a lot of sense him starting next to De'Aaron Fox, right? Just didn't. But they kept doing it, and I think the reason why is because they promised them that, right? And one of the big draws to bring in players and veterans in particular about San Antonio is that they are a franchise of their word. They are a franchise that's going to be ran competently, and they're going to make sure that whatever situation you're going into, you fully understand, and it's going to be what it is, right? There's not going to be a bunch of unknowns when it comes to San Antonio. Like it just isn't. Every player that's played there, every player that talks, on podcasts about it, they say yes, it's a competent ran franchise. Even the guys that are haters, right? Like the biggest haters of them all, like Robert Ory or Steven Jackson, both of those guys both say yes, the Spurs organization is run well, right? So with that being said, I think that it will be a little. It would leave a bad taste, I think, in a lot of people's mouths if the Spurs promise Fox, hey, you coming over, we know you want to be here, just for them to go and flip them in a trade that quickly. Even after, saying, okay, get your surgery and you come back next season and everything. It would just be a little uncharacteristic of them to do that. And the reason why I keep bringing up Fox is because I think that's the only way that this would go down, right? Like, I don't see a world now that you have Fox that the Spurs would manage to be able to just give them back their picks back and maybe like Keldon and Vassell and maybe another pick. I don't know what the market would be, but I'm gonna just make the assumption that you're gonna have to get rid of Fox, or it's gonna be a hefty price, right? I think that we got a little lucky with the Fox situation to begin with, because of the Luka trade. I really do think that the Spurs were getting set to move Keldon Johnson along with the other pieces that we were moving, and they managed to say, hey, we're not going to give you Keldon, we're just going to give you what we give you, and you're going to take it. And they're like, okay. I guess we got to take it. So I don't know. I just don't see this as being a good thing to go after Trae Young at this point. Is he better than Fox? Yes, obviously, easily. He's a better player than De'Aaron Fox. But at the end of the day, I think that the Spurs have kind of made their decision. They had a chance to get Young before, and I think that the price probably wouldn't be or was going to be a little bit or is going to be a little bit heftier now than it was prior, and they didn't do it. Right? They didn't pull the trigger. And I think the reason being is because they said, hey, we got your picks. We're expecting you to be pretty awful, especially if they have to trade Trae Young. More than likely, they're blowing it up. So we're just going to hold on, see what happens with your franchise. But at the end of the day, we can go and get Steph Castle in the draft. We can get Chris Paul, let him help Steph Castle, and then we can get De'Aaron Fox. I don't see this as a elaborate ploy to go after Trae Young. But you can let me know what you think, right? I'm not one of those people that hate on Trae Young. You guys know I really do genuinely like Trae Young. Like, I think he's a really good player. But I don't think we have to do it. I don't think we have to do it. But anyways, you guys let me know what you think. I'll be back in my natural habitat sooner than later. But want to at least put this out there and get your take on it. I was just curious. So, deuces.